Welcome to the Law of the Future podcast with Dennis Hilleman. This podcast is all about technology, politics, and law. Dennis Hilleman is a partner in an international law firm. He wants to change our mind on regulating new technologies. All opinions expressed in the podcast are the personal opinions of Dennis or his guests. And here is Dennis.
This article has been published by Dennis Hilleman on Medium.
Again, this week I have compiled the most critical events in the blockchain, crypto, and NFT world short and sweet with further references. To go where no blockchainer has gone before. Keep updated in the Blockchain Lawyers Network to get daily updates. 5 Biggest Blockchain Trends 2021. During 2022, spending on blockchain solutions by businesses is forecast to hit $11.7 billion. We are likely to see a great deal of emphasis on attempts to greenify the distributed, encrypted database model. Non-fungible tokens, NFTs, were the big news in the blockchain scene during 2021. At least 5 developing countries will start to accept Bitcoin next year, driven by global inflation and growing remittance fees from financial middlemen organizations used to send money home by overseas workers. Snoop Dogg ain't nothing but an NFT thing. I like Snoop Dogg, and I don't mind admitting it. In the 90s, I was on the basketball court every day, and when you're young, you want to impress girls. So while I missed ball after ball, rap was always playing. And Snoop with Dr. Dre was permanent guests on the court. Snoop Dogg has debuted his first non-fungible token, NFT, collaboration with artist Coldy. The decentralized dog NFT has already attracted a top bid of over $771,000. The NFT is an animated collage of 10 different portraits of the West Coast legend and Def Jam's executive creative consultant. The top bid currently sits at a cool 169 ETH, the equivalent of $771,000 USD. Snoop's debut collection A Journey with the Dog was released earlier this year. The Matrix, Neo and NFTs. Let's go down the rabbit hole and take the blue NFT pill. Hundreds of thousands of fans lined up Tuesday to buy digital collectibles tied to Warner Bros.' upcoming The Matrix Resurrections movie at $50 each. Nifty's halted the purchase queue briefly before restarting it then paused it again, keeping users in limbo overnight. As of noon ET Wednesday, there were more than 330,000 users waiting in the queue for the chance to buy the Matrix NFTs. The company says it is working to get back up and running as soon as possible. To go where no NFT has gone before. Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry's signature on the show's first contract with Desilu Productions is now an NFT. NFT stands for non-fungible token and it can contain anything digital, including drawings, animated GIFs, songs, or items in video games. The creators implanted the signature, signed in 1965, into a living bacteria cell in the form of DNA code. As the cell duplicates, it creates new copies of the NFT over 1 billion in one night. I admit I am a Trekkie. Guess I just am missing the cash for the NFT, sadly. But my wife most likely wouldn't be too happy if I got an NFT of a dead guy for a few $1,000,000. Not everyone likes Bitcoin City. President Nayib Bukele unveiled plans to build Bitcoin City at the base of the Concagua volcano overlooking the Pacific. The Central American country has become the first to adopt cryptocurrency as legal tender, alongside the U.S. dollar. Some in El Salvador and beyond expressed outrage at the glitzy event in a nation beleaguered by inequality, violence and poor public services. Critics say the event was a petri dish, as many attendees called the government's experiment. Elizabeth Warren doesn't like crypto mining. U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren is pressing a Bitcoin miner about the impact of its operations on climate change, the local environment and power prices. Warren sent the letter to Greenidge Generation Holdings Chief Executive Officer Jeff Kurt on Thursday afternoon. Greenidge says it's the first carbon-neutral Bitcoin miner in the U.S., has one mine in upstate New York and is planning another in South Carolina. The company uses zero and low-carbon sources of electricity for its mining operations and buys carbon offset credits. Blockchain needs to be more secure. In just the third quarter of 2021 alone, $1 billion was hacked, with 19 other known hacks besides the Poly Network episode. Despite being a growing, multi-trillion-dollar industry, crypto remains 96% uninsured. Only 2% of the coins on North America's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Coinbase, are insured. Insurers have been slow to enter the crypto world, but insurers are slowly entering the market. There is a clear irony in the fact that the bigger the centralized exchanges become, the more vulnerable decentralized finance is. Huge, centralized entities like Coinbase are a growing risk. Why museums are not into NFTs. A non-fungible token, aka NFT, created by digital artist people sold for $69 million on March 11, 2021. NFTs are an entirely different realm that's quite detached from art and have more in common with cryptocurrency than typical artworks like paintings and sculptures. The value of an NFT's financial value is subjective and depends on what others are willing to pay. The NFT market values artists, not institutions, rather than institutions, says John Defterios. EU regulation of blockchain. The EU has done a great job with its proposed markets and crypto assets, MiCA, regulation. Most projects which use utility tokens and offer a fully decentralized platform should not have to go through much regulatory burden. The EU could use smart contracts to take in registration requests and have oracles with lists of regulated tokens and service providers. EU lawyers will be happy because the new regulation means work for them, but unfortunately most blockchain innovators will not be drawn to pick the EU as their preferred location to register their new crypto business. Ubisoft likes blockchain. Ubisoft is calling on the gaming industry to adopt a sensible approach to integration of blockchain in games. The gaming industry is no exception to the development and revenue models of free-to-play games and games-as-a-service games. Ubisoft, blockchain's potential to decentralize virtually any organization and establish uniqueness and an ownership of digital content makes it possible for individuals to interact in a trusted manner without the involvement of third parties. We see blockchain as a means of making this possible and as such, not as a solution to a problem, but rather an evolution of real-life possibilities in digital spaces. New regulations in Shanghai. China issued new regulations to facilitate data sharing and develop other data-related high-tech areas such as blockchain. In Shanganu area, a bank issued China's first blockchain-powered loan through blockchain. Chain News shutters its operations. The tax bureau from a local region in the central province of Hunan has been studying blockchain technology to expedite the real estate transaction tax process. Tax workers from Lodi Economic and Development Zone have reportedly been using the technology to refine the process. Cryptos in the gaming industry. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are changing the world as we know it, and they're coming for all of our money. The gambling sector's slow adaptation to blockchain technology will be the biggest challenge for this industry in 2018. The expansion of this industry will create many new jobs that can be filled by Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies holders. The advantage of using cryptocurrencies is that you can play games with friends without worrying about blocking or lagging games due to internet bandwidth issues or slow servers. With this technology, players can play together on multiple platforms without any payment hassle. Crypto regulation in New York at a crossroad. In September, El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as legal tender in an effort to increase financial inclusion, innovation, and tourism. New York City's next mayor, Eric Adams, pledged to convert his first 3 mayoral paychecks to Bitcoin. A growing number of state and federal regulatory and law enforcement agencies are taking an active role in regulating cryptocurrency, and perhaps operating at cross purposes. In particular, in the face of jurisdictional gaps at the federal level, state banking regulators historically played a significant role. Megadeth loves crypto. Megadeth have unveiled their own cryptocurrency, $Mega. Members of the band's cyber army will be able to buy and trade in the cryptocurrency. The band's venture reflects a growing trend in the world of band merchandise. Kings of Leon became the first group to release an album as an NFT, a form of cryptocurrency that holds art or assets, rather than monetary value. There are currently more than 10,000 different cryptocurrencies available for purchase, with Bitcoin, Dogecoin and Litecoin among the more popular. Follow me on LinkedIn and join the Blockchain Lawyers Network for more updates.